Trump administration announces discount prices for GLP-1 weight loss drugs, by Joseph Choi. The Trump administration on Thursday announced its newest pharmaceutical agreement under its most favored nation policy, striking deals with Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly to sell their GLP-1 products at discounted prices. According to senior administration officials, the two manufacturers have agreed to sell their injectable GLP-1 products for a monthly starting price of $245 for people on Medicare and Medicaid, as well as those who use the TrumpRx platform expected to launch early next year. Oral GLP-1s will also be sold through the same avenues at a starting price of $149 a month. A senior administration official said, however, that this price will only apply to GLP-1 tablets that are currently under review that will be approved for obesity and will not apply to Rybelsus, which is currently the only oral GLP-1 approved by the Food and Drug Administration. The savings generated by these price reductions will then be used to provide new coverage for GLP-1s to patients with obesity, the high metabolic or cardiovascular risk, again, all at the same $245 per month, a senior administration official said. An administration official estimated about 10% of Medicare beneficiaries will be eligible for expanded access to GLP-1s. Medicare is legally prohibited from covering obesity medications, though it can cover GLP-1s indicated for heart conditions. Administration officials did not say how the federal program would be able to cover the GLP-1 drugs that are currently indicated solely for diabetes and obesity. Administration officials specified that these prices are separate from the Medicare drug price negotiation program. Novo Nordisk's well-known GLP-1 Ozempic was chosen for Medicare negotiation at the start of this year. Developing.
Quote, today, Eli Lilly, Novo Nordisk are joining the pharmaceutical list of the most exciting announcements, unquote. President Trump said from the Oval Office Thursday, which was yesterday, ladies and gentlemen. Quote, this has to do with other pharmaceutical products also, but we're covering this today because it's such a big seller, because it's the number one selling thing there is today, unquote, added Trump, referring to the company's popular GLP-1 drugs. Trump has previously expressed some doubts over GLP-1s discussing Ozempic earlier this year. Trump called it the fat pill, and said that it hasn't worked so well in some cases he's seen. He's appeared to have changed his tune Thursday, saying, I've never heard anything bad about them, unquote, as Eli Lilly CEO David Ricks was giving remarks on the announcement. A guest standing behind the Resolute desk passed out with Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Administrator Mehmet Oz and FDA Commissioner Marty Makary, both physicians, giving attention to the man. I'll be honest, ladies and gentlemen, I was hoping that it was Trump that passed out. Continuing with the reporting, the press conference was put on pause before resuming about an hour later. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who has also expressed some misgivings about GLP-1s in the past, called the announcement a lifesaver for people who haven't been able to afford the drugs yet. Quote, ladies and gentlemen, it's not a panacea, it's a silver bullet. President Trump has also introduced us to address the root causes of chronic disease. And we are doing that. We're about to release dietary guidelines that are going to change the food culture in this country, unquote, Kennedy said.